this is Neil here with Wasted Paper, bringing you a video for Thanksgiving. Hopefully you're seeing this on that day. If you aren't able to see it because you're spending time with your family, that's completely fine too. If you catch it later, I hope you had a great holiday. What I'm doing in this one is actually I want to share a story with you and show you a pen. The pen in question is from Highlander Pens. It's his new Edinburgh model. It comes in the same box as the last one, but let's look at it. On this model, we have his rose gold trim, which he's super proud about. It's also got that new cap design, as you can see here. It looks much more distinguished. I have it in an extremely bright colorway, which I'll explain that in just a second. On the top, you have their logo on the finial. You also have it on the bottom finial. You have a unique clip right here. It follows that same pattern that the bands have on here, just sideways. And then you also have it at the end, too. This resin is the first piece of the unique story for this pen. I got this resin made by Turnt Pen Company, which you'll see their stuff right here. I commissioned this resin and he made it, and then I got it sent to Chuck to make a pen for me. But it wasn't just a pen for me. It was actually a pen for a subscriber I have. His name is Nick. When I first had roughly 500 subscribers, Nick had reached out to me and asked if I would be willing to review some of his pens. He wanted to support me and asked me if I was interested in, he sends me some, I make videos, and we kind of go from there. In that time, this Vanishing Point was one of the pens he ended up letting me borrow to make videos on. He ended up giving it to me, and I was pretty against it at first because I really don't want to take things from people, but he was insistent, and I knew that I was going to get him back. I wasn't telling him that, and I knew at some point I would because I always feel like maybe obligation, but indebted to, or just I want to do it, So fast forward, I ended up working on a project to get this resin made. I got the resin made, and it hit me that this is the time. So I reached out to Chuck at Highlander Pens, who is another person, again, has been amazing to me, and was like, hey, I know you make your own material and stuff, but would you be interested if I sent you resin in kind of doing something for me? He was interested, and I explained the story. I had a subscriber give me a pen a long time ago, and I want to repay him. I told Chuck, I was like, whatever the price is, I don't know how you would work it out, but I'll send you the resin. Tell me a price. I want to make him a pen. When Chuck got the resin, he reached out to me and said, do you have a trim in mind or anything like that? So I reached out to Nick and kind of just hinted, what's your favorite trim on pens and stuff? He ended up telling me silver. I reached back out to Chuck, told him silver. Chuck had reached back out to me within just a few days with the picture of this pen, and I was like internally, oh man, it was supposed to be silver, but it's fine, it's not a big deal. And Chuck then told me he had already shipped it to me. He made this pen for me and gave it to me for free to show off his new model, which he did not have to do at all. And he asked me for that subscriber's address, and he made his pen, which is the silver one of the original pen I reviewed. And he shipped it to him, and I asked him for an invoice and everything like that, told him I pay shipping, and he did that for free for me. I could not believe it because he really respected the story. He respects me as a creator, and I'm helping push his brand. I couldn't believe it. He made me 2 pens for free, and with a resin I wanted, which he's never used anyone else's. I mean, it's just such a crazy story. And I have pictures of the pen right here. This is the pen that Nick got. And I don't even know what to say. I was so taken back by everyone involved in this. And Thanksgiving to me is just a time to be thankful for everything. And I'm beyond thankful. All these people, everyone that's helped me and interacted with me, all the companies I've worked with, they're all just amazing. And I'm going to try to promote Chuck as much as I can with Highlander because they were one of the first one to really support me, and he's just been fantastic. He's selling blanks now on his site, which I know is interesting and going well for him, and he's got this model coming, and I know he's looking into doing other stuff, and he's amazing. I'm honestly speechless, Thank you to Highlander, thank you, Nick. I just think that everyone out there probably has some really good stories to share too for Thanksgiving, and I wanted to make sure to get mine out there for you all to see. And if you're okay with not seeing a full review on this right now, I'd love to do just a writing sample for you all. So the ink I'm going to be using is unique. What I did is I combined a few different inks to try to create one. My whole goal was to theme around Thanksgiving as far as coming together and the cohesion of all of us, being together. So what I did is I took one of my favorite inks, which is Noodler's Southwest Sunset, and this right here is Noodler's Cactus Fruit. What I read is if you are to combine inks, not that you should, but if you are to to go with the same brands. So these are both from the same brands. I did a 3 milliliters to 2 milliliters and came up with this color right here, which I'm calling sunset fruit, but it's like a burnt sienna. And I just thought it fits kind of the theme, or at least the color palette of what I would think Thanksgiving is. And it was fun to do. I tried a few different ones, and I don't want to show all of them because some of them turned out really bad. But this one turned out good, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to be using this ink. For my writing sample, I'm going to be using my Highlander notebook. If you've watched my channel for a while, you've seen me use this quite a bit, and judging by everything else going on in this video, you should have expected this one. I hope you find some joy from hearing my story and how amazing Chuck was to me and how awesome, subscribers have been to me. And these are by no means the only ones. I just really wanted to share one specifically for the day today. Thank you all for watching. I'd love to hear some stories you may have in the comments down below. Thank you.